about the characterization. Diwana. She started off hopeful and excited about her new life in France, but soon becomes oppressed and delusioned as she faced mistreatment from the French family. French Madame. She is manipulative and dismissive, treating Diwana as inferior and representing colonial superiority. French Monsieur. He is passive and indifferent, not actively cruel but still allows Tijuana's mistreatment, showing European indifference to the suffering of colonized people. Senegalese boy. He represents innocence and Tijuana's connection to her roots, offering a sense of resistance and hope against oppression she faces. Now let's talk about the plot. Tijuana's dreams for a better life in France. A young Senegalese woman believes that working in France will bring her a better life and a new opportunities. Number 2. She arrives excited but finds herself doing domestic work instead of caring for children. When Diwana arrives in France, her expectations are shattered. Instead of taking care of children as she thought, she is assigned to do household chores, which feels like a trap. 3. When Madame treats her poorly, stripping her of her identity, the French Madame who hired her treats Diwana like a servant, ignoring her dignity and humanity. Number 4. She is denied from wages and isolated from society. Diwana is not paid for her work and is cut off from the outside world. She is isolated with no contact with others, making her feel even more trapped and alone. Number 5. Diwana struggles with depression and loses her sense of self. Over time, Diwana becomes deeply depressed as she struggled with the harsh condition. She begins to lose her sense of identity and unable to see herself as more than just a maid. Number 6. She demands her due but is ignored. At some point, Diwana gathers the courage to ask for her wages and stand up for herself, but the madam dismisses her, continue to exploitation. Number 7. Overcome by despair, she takes her own life. Feeling hopeless and with no way out, Diwana chooses to end her life with a tragic result of her unbearable suffering. Her body is sent back to Senegal, symbolizing her tragic symbolizing end of her journey and the ultimate failure of her dreams. Number 10. The Senegalese boy takes her mask, symbolizing resistance and remembering her story. In the final scene, the Senegalese boy takes Dewana's mask, which represent her identity and struggle. This act symbolizes resistance and exploitation she faced and the preservation of her memory. Now let's talk about the epic convention. Heroic struggle. Diwana fights against oppression. Diwana's journey represents the struggle against oppressive forces of colonialism. Number 2. Tragic fate. Her death represents the cause of colonialism. Diwana's death is a tragic outcome of her experiences. Number 3. Symbolic journey. Her movement from Senegal to France mirrors the African diaspora. Diwana's move from Senegal to France represents the broader African diaspora. Use of symbols. The mask represents Diwana's African heritage and identity, which she struggles to retain in a foreign, oppressive environment. The apartment symbolizes a prison, reflecting how Diwana is trapped, her role as a servant, and oppressive nature of colonialism. The journey. Her move from Senegal to France represents hope for a better future, but ultimately it turns into despair, mirroring the struggles of African migrants. Biblical allusion. Diwana's sacrifice is portrayed as a Christ-like figure suffering for the oppressed. Her tragic fate symbolizes the suffering of many who are exploited and marginalized. Historical allusion. The film reflects the real-life experience of African migrants in France, shedding light on the racial and social struggles they face in a colonial and post-colonial world. Now let's talk about the point of view of the film Black Girl. The film follows Diwana's perspective, focusing on her emotions and inner struggles. This allowed the audience to connect deeply with her experiences. The use of inner monologues helps convey Diwana's thoughts, allowing viewers to feel empathy for her suffering and understanding her growing sense of isolation and despair. The film employs a third person and subjective point of view, meaning we see the events from the outside perspective but are also deeply immersed in Diwana's personal feelings and struggle.